How's it going, guys? Today I want to bring in our HR Anna and have a discussion about work culture in the Philippines. Don't worry, you're not in trouble because HR is here. I just want to talk about work and what that looks like here in the Philippines. Come along. So for me as a foreigner living here in the Philippines, there's so much to get used to, and a huge part of the things that I'm having to get used to is work culture. So today I have our HR Anna here with us today. How's it going, Anna?
Hi, nice being here again. Yeah.
Very famous on my channel from not too long ago. So let me ask you this, Anna. You weren't always in HR, in human resources before you were an employee and had a HR yourself. So what's that like for you, going from being an employee with human resources kind of overseeing you to being the HR and having to oversee the team here?
Actually, I feel great. I am now as an HR with the power.
She has the power, people. Watch out. That's why she's wearing red today.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing red. Then, I have a power for the employee to oversee that they're doing good, that they're doing their job, responsibility. And besides, for being an HR now, I remember one time that you asked me, do you really do because HR is a bad and a good.
Sure, you have to be a little strict and also good
and you
to encourage employees.
You can really do your job being a strict HR because I never saw your face that you're.
Yeah. So Anna's talking about before I hired her. Probably we had a discussion for over some months actually, where I knew that Anna was so hardworking and smart and talented and just amazing at her last employer, and we'd be so lucky to have her here. But the one thing I would always come back to ask her is, say that employees are not doing what they're supposed to do, are you sure that you can hold them accountable? Which in the Philippines, if you haven't ever worked here, there's really a pretty kind of formal procedures about how you have to interact with employees if they're not kind of meeting standards or fulfilling their job duty, or if they're just kind of not have a great attitude, or whatever the case may be. It's very kind of step by step how you have to interact with people, and sometimes you have to be a little bit tough. And since Anna is just such a nice person, as is all the people in her family that I've met, I wasn't sure if she would be able to do that side of it. So when I asked you that before, what did you think, honestly?
Honestly, I think, I'm thinking that, for sure, I can't make it to be strict. Because I'm also an employee before, the ordinary employee, I mean.
Sure.
But now, then I told you, yes, I can make it. I'll be a strict also. So,
but you were faking it a little bit,
I fake it, of course. But now,
now you're doing great. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing. Whenever you're leading people, whenever you're managing people, I think even as a company, part of our HR process is we really want to bring out the best in people. We really want to help train people and, give them chances to grow and to take, constructive feedback. Obviously that's not the only part of the job, but I think that's, the challenging part of the job as well.
Yes.
But what would you say are some of the other challenges? Say, for example, with recruiting, you and I do that a lot. What are some of the challenges with that?
As an HR, it's my challenge really for the recruitment, because some applicants will do confirmation. I mean, they set the time that they will be here for an interview, but then suddenly when I called them, they canceled all my calls. They never responded my text message. I sent through Messenger, they only seen the messages and no at all. So it means we have scheduled for 4 applicants for interview, but 0. There's maybe 1, only 2.
Yes.
So it's very hard.
I think for me, this is a big change during the pandemic, and not just in the Philippines. I think globally, people have got maybe a little bit lazy, maybe a little bit too comfortable, at home. And so, like Anna said, we might schedule 4 interviews for, a job opening in a day, and out of the 4, maybe 0 will actually show up, even though they confirmed, promised, of course, I will be there. So it really is a challenge for me as well. Just huge time waster, and it's hard to not wonder. For you, do you think that's because of the pandemic? Why do you think, people are so slow to just follow through even with simple job interviews?
Maybe it's because of of course, the pandemic. They used to stay home, they used to work from home, so they maybe think that going to office base is they consume time, money for fare, for food allowance. So that's why, I guess, it's also the factor for having difficulties in finding applicants.
Yeah. I mean, I think in a lot of places it's even harder, because here, even though it's a bit of a challenge for recruiting, we always find great people to fill positions, and we have clients in the US and other countries, even some recruiters in other countries will reach out to us and they'll say, we've been doing recruiting for a very long time and never had a problem finding Americans, for example, to work. But now all of a sudden we just can't find anybody for positions. And so we will work together to recruit and find people to work remotely from our Philippines office with other countries. Let me ask you this. What about working in the Philippines? What are some of the things that you really enjoy and that you find positive?
Actually, honestly, I'm ever since I'm a sales representative, I'm a telemarketer, I'm a salesperson. But being an HR is a really, really big opportunity for me, and it really changed. I mean, I have a good, good side and in bad side also.
We want to hear the bad side.
Oh my God, the bad side. Sending memos those employees who are not doing well.
Sure. That's hard. And I know you have a soft heart, so
that's
I think that's the hard thing being in your
actually,
position.
Actually, it's very hard for me, but I do this for the company. I do this for my job, not only for my job, but also for the company to grow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that, in every workplace there's a challenge. How do you grow people? How do you reward people that are doing a great job? How do you build a really close team that cares for each other and cares for our clients? That's really, I feel, the work of HR and of leadership is, how do you bring out the best in people? How do you inspire people to keep growing? And I think the more that we improve those areas, the less we'll have to deal with the dark side of HR as well. Well, definitely looking forward to continuing to work together with our team to really grow a great environment here. For those of you watching, as always, thank you so much for your time and take care.
Thank you.